with it being 9 and 9 being the number of birthing, I was really grateful that we had the opportunity last year to take a different approach towards the production. And I think had it been the traditional approach on stage, it would not have resonated as much with me as it did taking it to a film version. And so it actually pushed me more as an artist to pull deeper from myself. Even when we were filming God's Eye, I feel like it never would have been the same during if we would have done it in 2020 compared to when we filmed it in 2021. Since we were filming it, it was filmed over and over again. So having to pull from myself, like, okay, what can I do differently with this take? What can I do differently with that take? And that is how life is. It's like, what can I do to respond to the different challenges that are thrown my way? What can I do to keep growing despite any obstacles? So a lot for me has changed in that way, in a good way, because the change and the challenge was inevitable. Like, you couldn't avoid it at that point. So I was happy for change. 9 for me in that moment, and even now, the definition that resonated the most is forgiveness, especially towards myself, because I'm really hard on myself. I'm always challenging myself to push more, to be more, to do more, and I don't really give myself enough grace. And I give everyone else grace and tell them, like, it's gonna be okay, like, forgive yourself, and I'm doing the exact opposite and holding on to all these burdens and this baggage. And so giving myself that freedom to forgive, and especially when we had to take that moment of pause and just everything stopping, it's like I really had to self-reflect on that and be honest with myself about that, and even realizing unforgiveness that I was holding on maybe to other people in my family that I didn't even know I was holding on to. So forgiving myself, that was like the first step, and then being able to forgive others and not just holding on to that weight anymore. So that self-reflection and that time of stillness was really important to me. And I feel like the 9 journey, as it was prolonged way longer than we expected, it was very healing. It was very healing for me. I don't want to keep going back to God's Eye, but that was a huge part of it for me. Just connecting to that piece so much, as far as feeling like, okay, God, where are you? Like, I've heard over and over again in church and through family, like, God's eye, he's always watching you. He's always there and protecting you. And sometimes it just doesn't feel that way. And you're like, where are you? Why is this happening? What is going on? So, this production, I feel like every production that we do with PPI, I'm challenged to grow mentally, to grow spiritually. So this one was no different. And again, when we did the film version of God's Eye, I feel like it was taken to a whole nother level because I was in a whole nother level, and it was resonating with me more as far as challenges going on in my own life, in my personal life. Like, that finally felt like release. Like, I felt like a caged animal, and once we got into that studio, it was like, everything was able to come out, and I wasn't afraid to feel that way. I wasn't afraid to show that frustration and to be like, I was questioning God. I was frustrated. I was afraid at times. And so it just felt great. It felt great to be able to feel that.